Good day. Here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. We start with the government's response to power woes in the Visayas as President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. led the ceremonial energization of the Cebu-Negros Panay subgrids in Bacolod City today. The President expressed hope that the CNP-3 backbone project would address power supply problems in the island region. The CNP 230 kilovolt backbone project includes CNP-1, CNP-2, CNP-3, and Negros Panay Interconnection Project Line 2. It is intended to strengthen the grid and increase the dependability of power transmission in the islands of Cebu, Negros, and Panay by constructing a high-voltage transmission line and associated substations to connect the islands of Cebu, Negros, and Panay. It will also increase the transfer capacity among Cebu, Negros, and Panay Islands and the dispatch of excess capacities from Mindanao. Meanwhile, Marcos encouraged energy stakeholders to take part and invest in the energy infrastructure project to meet the region's long-term power demands as well as boost development. He also lauded the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, or NGCP, for the successful completion of the project, which would help solve power supply issues that have caused serious regional economic challenges in the Negros and Panay subgrids. Aside from ceremonial energization of the backbone project, the President also conducted an aerial inspection of the Bacolod-Gahit transmission line and site inspection of the Bacolod substation.
The contribution of the two regions to our economy was a robust 2.24 trillion pesos in 2022. As the population expands and the economy expands, so must the power supply. Because it is a truism, no region can be an economic powerhouse without reliable supply of power.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines said the Philippines, United States, Australia, and Japan have successfully completed their first multilateral maritime cooperative activity in the West Philippine Sea, a display of regional cooperation in upholding freedom of navigation in these waters. According to AFP Public Affairs Chief Colonel Cerces Trinidad, the Philippine Navy's missile frigates BRP Gregorio del Pilar, BRP Antonio Luna, and its accompanying Wildcat anti-submarine helicopters and patrol ship PRP Valentin Diaz joined the activity alongside ships from the other nations. Trinidad said the naval assets conducted communication exercise, division tactics or officer of the watch maneuvers, and a photo exercise. He also said that the drills aim to enhance the collaboration of the participating countries in maritime scenarios. Meanwhile, China's military conducted a naval and air patrol on the same day of the quadrilateral drill. A report from the South China Morning Post said the Southern Theater Command of the People's Liberation Army organized a combined air and marine combat patrol in the South China Sea on April 7. Tensions have been heightened in the West Philippine Sea in recent days as China continues to mount aggressive actions against Philippine ships that carry out resupply missions. The Department of Education, or DepEd, has ordered asynchronous classes today in all public schools nationwide. The measure would allow learners to complete pending assignments, projects, and other requirements during the long holiday. Teaching and non-teaching personnel are also not required to report to their stations on Monday. April 9 Tuesday and April 10 Wednesday are both regular holidays for the observance of the Day of Valor and Idil Fitr, respectively. DepEd Undersecretary Michael Poa, however, clarifies the suspension of face-to-face learning is not due to the high heat index in various areas. He said school heads have the discretion to implement alternative delivery modes depending on the heat index in their respective locations. Private schools are not covered by the advisory but are also allowed to implement asynchronous classes. Several schools have resorted to alternative delivery modes in the past week as the country grapples with sweltering temperatures. The fight against breast cancer for patients got a boost as state insurer Philhealth has expanded its benefits for members battling the disease. Under Philhealth's Z benefits or breast cancer benefits package, the agency now covers up to 1.4 million pesos for the treatment of breast cancer patients. This is significantly higher than the previous coverage of 100,000 pesos. Likewise, Philhealth now covers stage 0 to 4 from its previous coverage of up to stage 3A only. The package includes diagnostic tests, breast cancer treatment, and ongoing management, and even after their operations. 21 health facilities in the country are currently offering Philhealth's Z benefits package, 2 of which are in Metro Manila. These are East Avenue Medical Center and the Philippine General Hospital. This year, Philhealth aims to expand its chemotherapy coverage for various types of cancer. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration or Pagasa advised the public not to believe in superstitions about a total solar eclipse that is supposedly taking place today. The Weather Bureau says the occurrence, also known as the Great North American Eclipse, would only be seen in some parts of the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Pagasa Astronomical Observatory Chief Renato De Leon also says the claim that people should not go outside during an eclipse has no basis. He said that if the phenomenon is seen in their location, people can still view it as long as they have the proper protective gear such as sunglasses and other filters. Pagasa also dismissed claims that the eclipse will lead to 3 days of darkness, but said it may cause temporary darkness in some areas as the moon passes in front of the sun. De Leon said the next total eclipse will be visible in the country on April 20, 2042. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Serbisyo Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph, under PNA News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office or PCO. I am Wilnard Basilonia, and this is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.